Right now, while you are watching this, wind gusts of 80 kilometers per hour are slamming into Toronto. Visibility is dropping to near zero, and the temperature is crashing to -19 tonight. But here is the twist that nobody saw coming. While Toronto freezes, Calgary just hit plus 14 degrees. That is a 33-degree difference between two Canadian cities on the same night. Something wild is happening across this country right now, and if you live in Canada, you need to know exactly when it hits your area. In the next few minutes, I am going to walk you through every major city, coast to coast to coast. You will get the exact timing of when conditions get worse in your region, what temperatures to prepare for, and the one critical safety step most people forget on nights like this. And stay with me until the 5-minute mark, because that is where I reveal which Canadian city is about to get blindsided by a storm system that most forecasts are barely mentioning right now. But first, drop a comment below with the city or town you are in right now. I am tracking conditions across the country, and I want to make sure your area gets covered. The more specific you are, the better I can help. Let us start where the storm is already hitting hard, and then work our way across the country. By the end, you will know exactly what tonight and tomorrow look like for your part of Canada. We begin on the East Coast in St. John's, Newfoundland. Right now, thick cloud cover has locked in over the city, and light snow has been falling since early evening. The temperature is dropping to -5 overnight, and flurries have a 60% chance of continuing through the night. Accumulation will be modest, around 2 to 4 centimeters. Winds are staying under 15 kilometers per hour, but the wind chill pushes it down to -8. Here is what most people do not realize tonight in St. John's, that fresh snow is sitting on top of a layer of ice that has been there since January. It is a hidden skating rink out there. If you are heading out, give yourself extra time and drive slow. Now here is where things escalate quickly. Halifax, Nova Scotia had a calm, sunny day. High of -4. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. Because what is rolling in tonight is anything but harmless. The storm timeline for Halifax looks like this. Snow begins intensifying this evening. By overnight, total accumulations could reach 10 to 15 centimeters. North winds will howl at 40 kilometers per hour, gusting to 60 and up to 80 along exposed coastal sections. That is strong enough for near zero visibility and full whiteout conditions in open areas. The wind chill will push things down to -14 to -16. And here is the strange part. By Saturday morning, temperatures actually bump up to -4 as the storm pulls in warmer maritime air. Classic nor'easter behavior. If you are in Halifax tonight, stay off the roads. If you absolutely must drive, take the 100 series highways with extreme caution. Keep your phone charged, your tank full, and an emergency kit in the car. This is shaping up to be a significant winter storm for the Maritimes. Now we move into Quebec, and this is where the cold gets brutal. Do not miss the next section if you are anywhere in Quebec or Ontario, because what I am about to share could genuinely keep you safe tonight. Quebec City. The old walled city is plunging into one of the coldest nights of the season. By early evening, the temperature had already dropped to -22 under mostly clear skies. The wind chill will push the feels like temperature down to -25 overnight. At that level, every exposed inch of skin stings within minutes. Your breath crystallizes in the air before it even leaves your lips. Frostbite can develop in as little as 10 to 15 minutes. One silver lining. The clear skies tonight mean the stars over the Chateau Frontenac should be stunning if you are brave enough to step outside. But do not do it without full winter gear. This is not the kind of cold where you can get away with a hoodie and some optimism. Keep a tap dripping tonight to prevent pipes from freezing. Make sure your heating system is running properly and minimize any time outdoors. Montreal. Today was cold but clear, high of -8. But tonight, things shift fast. Environment Canada is forecasting increasingly cloudy skies with light snow beginning and intensifying through the overnight hours. The low drops to -12, and with wind factored in, it will feel like -15 to -18. Here is what Montrealers need to know about timing. The snow continues through Saturday, which means a messy morning commute tomorrow. If you need to get somewhere tonight, the metro is your best friend. Surface streets are only going to get worse as the snow piles up. The city of snowplows will run all night, but even they can only do so much when the snow keeps coming. This is a night to stay in and order delivery. Now, Ottawa, the national capital. And this is where I need you to pay very close attention, because what is coming to Ottawa this weekend is genuinely alarming. This morning at 4 a.m., the temperature at Ottawa MacDonald Cartier International Airport was already -15, with a wind chill of -21. Tonight, temperatures plummet to -17 with periods of snow. Total accumulations between Friday morning and Saturday morning could reach 5 to 10 centimeters. But here is the part that should really get your attention. It is not tonight's snow that is the real danger. It is the cold coming after it. Saturday night, temperatures are expected to nosedive to -23 to -25. Wind chill values could reach -34. At those temperatures, frostbite develops on exposed skin in as little as 10 minutes. Stay indoors. Keep an eye on elderly neighbors. Make sure kids and pets are inside. If you have to go out, cover every single inch of skin. And now we arrive at the main event, Toronto. Ground zero for the most serious weather hitting Canada tonight. Environment Canada has issued a special weather statement for the city of Toronto and surrounding areas. A low-pressure system moved through today, bringing fresh snowfall, and right behind it, a sharp cold front is barreling in, carrying dangerously cold Arctic air and powerful wind gusts. Here is the exact breakdown. Northwest wind gusts up to 80 kilometers per hour this afternoon and evening, blowing snow across the entire Greater Toronto area. Visibility in exposed areas severely reduced to near zero in some spots. The temperature tonight craters to -19. With those wind gusts, the wind chill pushes the feels-like temperature down to -25 to -30. This is critical to understand. The combination of freshly fallen snow and sustained high winds is creating ground blizzard conditions. That is when snow already on the ground gets whipped up by the wind, creating horizontal walls of white that reduce visibility to virtually nothing. The 401, the Don Valley Parkway, the Gardiner Expressway, the Queen Elizabeth Way, all extremely hazardous tonight. If you do not have to be on the road, do not be on the road, period. And it is not over Saturday either. Daytime highs tomorrow only reach -13 to -14, with overnight lows dropping to -20. This will be the coldest weekend of the winter for the Greater Toronto area. Check Environment Canada frequently for updated warnings. Now here is the moment I promised you at the start. Remember I said one city was about to get blindsided? Let us talk about Winnipeg. Most people are focused on Toronto and Ottawa tonight, but Winnipeg is quietly heading into a brutal stretch that deserves more attention. At 2 a.m. this morning, the temperature was -8.3 with north winds blowing at 35 kilometers per hour, producing a wind chill of -18. Tonight, the mercury drops to -18. Tomorrow, Saturday, mainly sunny skies, but the high only reaches -16. Overnight low of -20. At these temperatures, your breath does not just form clouds. It practically turns to ice crystals before it hits the ground. Any exposed skin is at risk of frostbite within minutes. Winnipeg always gets overlooked in national coverage, but the people there are dealing with conditions just as dangerous as anywhere else in the country tonight. Plug in your block heaters, layer up, and if you are new to Winnipeg and this is your first February there, hang in there. It gets better, eventually, maybe in May. Now here is where the forecast takes an absolutely wild turn, and honestly, this might be the most fascinating weather story in the entire country tonight, Saskatchewan. Regina hit a daytime high of +5 today. In February, in Saskatchewan, under sunny skies, Saskatoon reached +4. These numbers are absolutely unheard of for this time of year, when the average February temperature normally sits between -7 and -15. Tonight, Regina eases back to -6 with a 30% chance of flurries after midnight. Saskatoon drops to about -4, mainly clear and quiet. This warmth is the work of a Chinook-influenced air mass pushing in from the west. Enjoy it while it lasts, because by early next week, the cold is coming back hard. And then there is Calgary. This is the plot twist of the entire forecast. While Toronto battles a blizzard at -19, Calgary hit +14 degrees today, 14 above zero in the first week of February. Calgarians are walking around in light jackets wondering if spring showed up 2 months early. Tonight, the temperature only dips to +5 under partly cloudy skies. No rain, no snow, no drama. Saturday looks equally gorgeous with a high of 13 and sunshine. That is a 33-degree swing compared to what Toronto is experiencing right now. Same country, same night, completely different planet. 300 kilometers north, Edmonton is also riding the warm wave. Today, as high reached 7 degrees. Tonight, the low will be around -4 with clear, calm conditions. After weeks of average temperatures between -14 and -20, Edmontonians are out on the river valley trails soaking up every minute of borrowed warmth. Because everyone in Alberta knows that Chinook days are a gift, not a guarantee. By Monday, reality starts to set in again. Now let us cross the Rockies into British Columbia. And the weather story changes completely once again. Vancouver tonight, no snow, no sub-zero temperatures, no Arctic blasts. Vancouver's challenge tonight is dense fog. Environment Canada has issued a fog advisory for Metro Vancouver, covering central Vancouver, Richmond, Delta, the southern Gulf Islands, and eastern Vancouver Island near Port Alberni. Dense fog rolled in Thursday evening and is expected to persist through the night. Visibility is near zero in many areas. Today's high reached 11 to 12 degrees. Tonight's low only drops to +8. There is a 40% chance of showers later on. Saturday brings proper rain with winds picking up and temperatures holding around 10. If you are driving tonight in Vancouver, particularly across the Lions Gate Bridge, the Alex Fraser Bridge, or along Highway 99 through Richmond, use extreme caution. Turn on your fog lights. Slow way down. Give yourself a huge following distance. And yes, for those of you in the rest of Canada freezing your faces off right now, Vancouverites are indeed walking around in rain jackets at +8 complaining about the fog. That is just how it works on the West Coast. Finally, the far north. Whitehorse, Yukon. Tonight, temperatures drop to around -5 with a 40% chance of light snow. By Whitehorse standards, where the average February overnight low is closer to -20, this is actually remarkably mild. But -5 in Whitehorse still means rock-solid ice on the roads and air that bites the inside of your nostrils. If the clouds break tonight, there is a decent chance of catching the northern lights dancing across the Yukon sky. That alone makes the cold worth enduring. And then there is Yellowknife, the self-proclaimed Aurora capital of the world, operating at an entirely different level of cold tonight. This afternoon, the temperature was sitting at -24.3 with a wind chill of -31. Tonight, expect around -23 under cloudy skies. Tomorrow, light snow, a daytime high of only -18, and an overnight low of -23. At these temperatures, exposed skin can develop frostbite in under 10 minutes. Cars need to be plugged in at all times. Most Yellowknifers let their vehicles warm up for 15 to 20 minutes before even thinking about driving. This is life in the far north, where winter runs from October through April and -24 barely raises an eyebrow. So let us bring it all together. Here is your action checklist for tonight, wherever you are in Canada. If you are in Ontario, Quebec, or the Atlantic provinces, stay off the roads if you can. Have backup heating ready in case of power outages. Bring your pets inside. Check on your elderly neighbors. Frostbite risk is real tonight. If you are in Alberta or Saskatchewan, enjoy this Chinook warmth while it lasts. Step outside and breathe it in. But remember, winter is coming back early next week. If you are in Vancouver, turn on your fog lights and slow down. Do not let the mild temperature fool you into thinking driving conditions are safe tonight. If you are in Yellowknife or Whitehorse, you already know the drill. You have been doing this your whole lives. Just remember, no errand is worth risking frostbite when the wind chill is below -30. Now here is what I need from you. Drop a comment right now with the city or town where you are watching from. I read every single comment, and I will do my best to respond with specific conditions for your area. The more comments we get, the more people we can help stay safe tonight. And one more thing, a new system is building in the Pacific right now that could reshape next week as forecast for most of Western Canada. I am tracking it closely, and the early models are showing something that could catch a lot of people off guard. That full breakdown is coming in the next video, so make sure you do not miss it. Stay safe, stay warm, and look out for each other. That is